This video is going to show how to connect your Edpuzzle to Schoology. So what I'm going to start out by doing is go into my Edpuzzle first. So as you can see, I have a tab open with Edpuzzle. I have another tab open with Schoology. So I'm starting out in Edpuzzle, and I'm just going to, once I'm signed in, I'm going to click on the little icon for my person, and then I'm going to click on my username here. And then if I scroll down, we want to go to the School tab. And if I scroll down a little bit further, it's going to ask us where we want to connect it to our LMS or our learning management system. So I'm going to just select Schoology, and then this is going to be information that I need when I get ready to set this up in Schoology. So I basically am just going to Edpuzzle, and I'm just getting it ready so I have this information handy when I need it. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over into Schoology, and I'm going to look for this button on the top where it says if I click on it, it just shows it's the App Center. So I'm going to just click App Center. And then one of the first apps that you'll see is Edpuzzle. And then so I'm going to click Install LTI app. I'm going to agree to their terms, and I'm going to install just for me. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to search. So I already tested this out and put it in one of my courses. I'm going to just find another course. Alright, so I'm going to put in these. Whenever you add it to a course, you need to make it so it's for course admins only. If you do not make it for course admins only, your kids are going to have to verify their email address every time they try to do one of your assignments. So just do course admins only, and then I'm going to click install. Alright, what this does now is if I go into one of my courses, so for example, if I go into my sample course, on the left side of your screen, you're now going to have a button that says Edpuzzle. Alright, so to start off, I need to click on Edpuzzle. Alright, and then from right here it says that I need to have my consumer key and the information from my Edpuzzle account. Alright, so essentially what I need to do is follow the instructions that are on this screen. I'm going to go to the course options for the external tool providers. So essentially the course options is the button that's underneath your picture in your course. I'm going to click course options, and then I'm going to click external tool providers. I should see Edpuzzle listed as one of my options. And then here's where I need to put in a consumer key and a shared secret. Alright, so this is where if I go back to my Edpuzzle account, I just copy this. I'm going to go over and I'm going to paste it in. And then I have to do the same thing with the shared secret. So I'm just going to have to paste that in there. Your consumer key and shared secret may be different depending on your building. It seems to be the same for all Cedar Crest High School, but potentially the middle school or elementary schools might have a shared secret depending what school you signed up for when you made your account. So I'm going to go ahead and hit submit. And then so now my Edpuzzle should be set up that I can be able to start getting set up with it. I'm going to click on this button just to go back to my main course page. Now that I put that shared secret in there, I'm going to click on the Edpuzzle button on the left side. And then here's where it's going to say, alright, I'm all set. I just need to create a class in Edpuzzle. So I need to create a new class even if you already had a class set up from earlier in the year. So I'm going to just say sample class. I'll pick my grade levels. You can just estimate. And I'll just say this is for computer science. And I'll hit create. And then now that I have this class created, I can just go into my materials. When I click add materials, I have an Edpuzzle button, and I can now just basically click on any of my videos that I already have in Edpuzzle. I can click to assign it, and then now it's going to assign it to both my sections. Alright, so if I want to see the progress for my students, what I need to do is after I add the assignment, I need to go to this little gearbox, click edit, and then I can check the box to enable grading. You can decide how many points you want it to be worth. So if you have multiple choice questions built into it, you can go off the number of questions, or I'm just going to make it a generic 1 point for right now. I'll say, alright, this is an assessment, and then I'll hit save changes. And then now when I click on it, it should give me my progress for the students that did complete this assignment then. So right now I just created it so nobody did anything, but I'll be able to monitor if the students actually watch the video and be able to see if they got the questions right that I put into my question as well. And just to give some information about troubleshooting and working through some things when using the Edpuzzle app in Schoology, the first thing is you're going to just do this one time for each of your courses, regardless of whether you have your sections linked. So like I notice for some things in Schoology, if I have my sections linked, there's a little toggle to switch between two sections or multiple sections. You're only going to set up the Edpuzzle for the first section. And essentially what will happen in Edpuzzle is all of the kids for all of your classes will show up in one large list within Edpuzzle when you're looking at it. But the way that it works, since it's integrated with your Schoology courses, if you have it graded, your grades will still be separated by each course then. All right, so you don't have to worry about not being able to differentiate between the courses. It'll just be when you're just looking at the progress for all your kids within like Edpuzzle and Schoology, all the kids will be listed there. And they have this listed as one of their things to not do. They essentially have on their site, if you do go click the drop down, go to section 2 and make a second class, it's not going to work correctly and you're going to just have to delete the second class anyway. So that basically covers that. And then the other thing I just wanted to clarify is just what it looks like for the students. So I'm going to toggle to my student account, and then I'm going to go into my sample course. So for example, like if I click this as a student, and I don't know if this is doing it just because I am just going in, I just switched my account view right away. It's trying to make me sign in, but as a student, you should not need to do this. So if I click on materials, I'm going to just go to it again. What it should do is pull up my video where I can just start watching it right away. So if your students find that when they first click on it, it's trying to get them to sign in, they do not need to have a special account or anything. It's actually going to just be able to pull their name from Schoology, and they might just need to like refresh the page or just go back to the course page and try clicking on it again until they get that to show up then. If you have any issues using the Edpuzzle app within Schoology, just contact Technology Services.